he said that's just the way it is. That's it's a fee that we charge.
When Bob Parent took his Ford F-150 to get the backup camera repaired after a rear-end crash, he noticed the $500 deposit he paid with a credit card actually came out to $517.50, an increase of 3.5%.
I noticed it when I looked at the receipt, and it said a non-cash adjustment.
That non-cash adjustment also appeared on his receipt when he paid the balance, a total of 40 extra bucks on top of the $1,100 repair.
And I didn't think that it was the right thing to do. It was not, I don't think it was legitimate.
So Bob looked up Massachusetts credit card law, which is clear. It says no seller in any sales transaction may impose a surcharge on a cardholder who elects to use a credit card. But Bob says he got nowhere when he questioned the owner.
He says, take your receipt and take your vehicle and get out of here.
Bob's experience isn't unique in Massachusetts. We've heard from viewers who've paid credit card surcharges across the state at businesses big and small, like a diner on the South Shore or at Bach Honda in Norwood. We asked consumer experts about that practice early this year. They say state law prohibits adding charges to pay with a credit card.
You can offer a discount to your customers for using cash, but you may not increase the cost if you're using a credit card.
It is obvious to me that we have a problem here.
We took the issue to State Senator Paul Feeney, who is vice chair of the Joint Committee on Consumer Protection.
Most people aren't walking into a dealership with thousands of dollars of cash in their pocket. They're using their credit card.
In the case of Bach Honda, the Massachusetts Division of Banks told them the fee is allowed as long as they don't profit from it and instead hire an outside credit card vendor to process the transactions and collect it, and as long as there is an option to pay by cash. DOB says it's issued other decisions along the same lines, essentially greenlighting credit card surcharges as long as businesses use an outside company to process the transactions.
It was alarming to me to see these opinions from the Division of Banks that really just said, yeah, we have this existing statute, but if you want to get around it, here is what you have to do.
Feeney says lawmakers should figure out how to fix this, since most people pay by credit card most of the time. The House Chair of Consumer Protection, Representative Taki Chan, agrees.
The way they went around to do this waiver is new to me.
Many people, like Bob, often don't find out about the fee until it's too late.
We're trying to figure out now what the best strategy is and how you fix this. The bottom line is it needs to be changed. We need to do something.
Now, Bach Honda told us earlier this year it tells customers about the fee before they pay and signs are posted. One issue complicating this is what actually happened to New York's law banning credit card surcharges. There, federal courts sided with business owners, saying the fees are actually protected under free speech because businesses have a right to tell customers what they're paying for.